But there's a few things that I want to address. One, that's exactly who he is. It's nobody else's fault. Nobody, you can't say it's because of what other people have done to him and the trauma. He is the trauma. He's literally the trauma. This man threatened to shoot me at his house and said that he could say it was self-defense and they would believe him and not me because of who he is. This man has, I wouldn't say deep pockets, but he has deep connections. And for all of these years, 18 plus years, I have tried to walk around with my head high and act like I wasn't living in fear when I absolutely was. And even more so now, which is why I'm doing this right now, because he's a crash out. And I feel with her going on live, and it's spreading everywhere now, he is going to lose his mind. And just like he said to her, just like he said to me, girl, you are not first. If I ever left him, he would make my life a living hell. I was worthless. I would never work in this industry. Have y'all seen me on another show? I had a whole career destroyed by this man, and it took over 18 years for me to even have like some sort of voice. This is crazy. But if you look at our history, it has always been about the kids. It has always been about my son and trying to protect my son from this man. And I had a judge tell me that I was bitter and jealous and a liar. It's always been about the kids. We have been saying this forever. All y'all blogs that are now posting this stuff, where were you all these other years? Where were you? Getting paid. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Shade Room, I know y'all were getting a check. I know you were. Lipstick Alley, he was all over that. I don't know if y'all remember that from back in the day. Talk Sports, he was all over that. I got the IP address that traced it back to his house. This man sued me for saying on Wendy Williams the word yes when she asked me if Braylon was his son. This man sued me and y'all laughed about it. For $500 million and y'all laughed about it. We in court right now again because I told my story at the end of 2024? Y'all remember that? And she came out and was like, oh, she's bitter, she's this, I love my man, I'm gonna do this. This girl was just threatening to see me and Tiffany in the street for her husband, and I'm supposed to feel bad? Girl, it should have been about the kids from day one. You knew what the fuck was going on. You knew it. Amy, you knew it, and you sat back and you watched it happen and did nothing until he lied on you. How selfish the fuck is that? How selfish is that? Don't sit here and now say, I gotta advocate for the kids. It's about the kids. No, it's about you. You saving face for you. If it was about the kids, then your ass should have said something when Layla ain't didn't have no damn jacket and had to walk to school in the snow. If it was about the kids, then your ass should have made sure David had a dentist appointment instead of trying to pull his teeth out with some damn pliers. If it was about the kids, you wouldn't be leaving them alone at home with no supervision while y'all overseas and he over here about to burn the damn house down. Let's call a spade a spade. You said he drugged you and you went back. Let's talk about how you were at the club and he pulled out a whole tray of weed. And the kids were there at the club. And they underage. If we're going to call it out, we're going to call it out. Don't sit here and like all of a sudden be like, I can't believe that he's doing this. And now that he's bringing me into it, I got to say something. What? You sound dumb as fuck. It's always been about the kids. Always. That shit really bothered me when I heard that. Yes, I got people who screen recorded and sent it to me. Thank you, y'all. But that pissed me off. Because please do not sit here and act like you are doing this for them. Because you are not. This has been going on since day one. You have known this has been going on. You brought your ass down here to Orlando for my son's birthday and didn't even walk in the door. This man stayed at our son's Airbnb for his party that he kept pushing back hour by hour because y'all said y'all were close, and then show up until after 11 o'clock and his friends ain't there. They gone, or they didn't even show up because he kept pushing the time back. He leaves in the middle of them playing a game outside that he said he was going to play with them. I am the one who sat there and invited him to senior night. Didn't show up. I invited him to our son's 18th birthday celebration. Why did I do that, y'all? Because at the end of the day, I wanted to never have any regret coming from Braylon. I never wanted him to resent me. So even if Braylon acted like he didn't care if he came or not, I know how a child is. And I knew that it would mean something if he showed up, especially how hurt he was that he didn't show up for senior night. So he came and he stayed for 30 minutes. Not even. They played Uno. Y'all, I got a whole video of us singing happy birthday and people going around and saying stuff about, you know, our son and like giving him words of encouragement. I go, Dad, anything to say? What? I wrote him a note. Y'all, if I showed you the note, it's on one of them little dollar store little notepad things that he hand wrote, and it's grammatically incorrect. And it's pointing a finger at me. How is that a birthday, like, message? When you sitting here pointing the finger at me, no matter what people say, no matter what you've been told, just, I love you, happy birthday? No, couldn't just do that. Always taking shots. Girl, you are not the first one who was falling for the okie doke. Just like he told you that video of him talking about what happens in his bed was AI. That ain't AI. But your dumb ass wanted to sit there and believe it. You know that wasn't AI. You sit here and you believe what you want to believe because it served you. It was never about the kids. You are saving face. You don't want to go down with him. So now you're speaking out and saying, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Yes, you do. Because you're sitting here, oh, these are my stepkids. I'm his wife. Then why are you going overseas and leaving these children by themselves in a big ass house? And no, Let's not sit here and say, oh, there was someone always there. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And you know it wasn't. And also, don't sit here and be talking shit like, I know you talked to Royce, Tiffany. You damn right she talked to me. I'm that friend. I talk back. That's me. Yeah, I'm that person. I'm a talk. So, as I pull into my driveway, just letting y'all know, do not fall for it. Do I feel bad for her? I wouldn't say that I feel bad for her. I do not have any type of I don't have any sympathy. I don't have any empathy. And the reason I say that is because we tried to tell you. And we tried to tell you because we were trying to save our kids. We were trying to save our children. And you knew that. That's the part I can't get with. I appreciate the fact that you're speaking up now. But the damage is done. The damage is done. My son is 18. It took you this long. My son is 18. I've been trying to save him from this man. And you were threatening to fight me in the street over this girl? I pray that David gets back with his grandma so he can remember the memory of his mama. Because his mama was a cool-ass chick, y'all. Mimi was an amazing person. She was funny. She could paint. She could sing. She was talented. She was funny. She was so much fun to be around. And I know that he has suppressed that memory of his mama. Your mama loved you, David. And I want you to know that. If you ever see this, hear it, somebody that knows you, I know I don't see you unless, they're around. But, David, your mama was a ride or die for you. Your mama was, to the day she died, fighting for you. And, Layla, girl, you already know, we 10 tones down for you. Me and your mama fighting for you, have been, and we've been losing. And the only reason that I'm even a part of it is because I've been there. And I know the damage that it causes. And people sitting there oh, you're not the best mother either. You're not this. Yes, I made my mistakes. Braylon was my firstborn. I went from dancing on a court in booty shorts and a half top to being a mama. And I did my best. And I fought, and I fought, and I cried. Y'all, I did my best. But to see someone sit here and still make excuses for this person and blame it on other people and say it's a trauma, it's the stuff he's been through, and these other people did him like this. We all knew he needed help. We all knew that he had a problem. We all knew that he was a narcissist and manipulative. We all knew that he could piss on you and say it's rain. We knew it. You just didn't want to listen. So, do I feel bad for her? I really don't even know how to answer that question. I don't wish that on anybody, but sometimes you have to experience, sometimes you got to experience things for you to really be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So for that, I hate that she had to almost get in our shoes. And I say almost because she's not a mama. She don't have a dog in the fight. But I don't feel bad for her only because she's still pointing the finger back this way. Like, she was different. You're not different. You were just another one. And it's gonna happen again. He's gonna manipulate somebody else and, say that all of us did this and we used him and, of course he is. Why wouldn't he? But who put him on Dancing with the Stars? Who put him in the Hall of Fame? I mean, by athleticism, he deserved it. But when we're talking about moral standards and how you treat people and stuff, like, I wouldn't have him on all these TV shows and, around people's kids. And that's just me. But maybe I'm crazy like y'all said I was. I think my biggest hope is for these kids to be safe back with their mama and grandma and loved and not just have money thrown at them and now you're just supposed to be happy. Because money is not a pacifier. It's not. Well, then again, maybe it is, because it seems like when you took that pacifier out, people started screaming and crying. So, I don't know. Money ain't never made me do anything. Shit, I was sued for $500 million and I was still opening my mouth. So, I will go to the grave and still haunt you for mine. Okay? I don't play like that. I don't care how much money you try and throw at me. When it comes down to a child, especially mine, oh, we about to be in this bitch playing with fire. So, like I said before, it's always been about the kids. And I just want everybody to understand all of this has been about the kids. For 18 years with me, it's been about the kids, or my child. And these past few years, especially since quarantine, after I saw that shit for myself again, and it was worse, oh, hell no. I'm getting the F up out of here. So, I'm gonna go inside. I'm going to cook dinner. I know it's like 10:19, but I'm hungry and yeah. But thanks for watching. Bye. I'm not gonna save this, but I know some of y'all screen recorded, so it's fine. Bye.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.